All right, so I want to get into your backstory. So you're originally from Harlem, born and raised, right?
Born and raised.
Which part of Harlem?
West Side, Harlem. I'm mid Harlem. I'm on 2/4. Word. West Side.
Did you grow up with any siblings?
Yeah. I got this. Okay, so my mom had 5 kids. My father had 3 of us. I got 2 brothers. Rest in peace, my brother Derek, though, but in Detroit, I got the 2 other brothers. Now I got my brother Ibani. My brother Derek passed away. In New York, it's 5 of us. I got another brother here, Ivan, and I got 3 sisters.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, well, first, rest in peace to your brother, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But
Yeah.
you guys all grew up together, or how was the house like?
2 brothers in Detroit, and then 4 siblings here.
Got you.
In Harlem.
Okay.
Yes and no. My brother, he spent a couple years in Atlanta with his grandmother on his father's side. We got a different father. I'm the only one with a different father. My father was from Detroit. My siblings, they all got the same father. So his father's mother lived in Atlanta, and he went to stay with his grandmother down there for a couple years. And then I had my oldest sister. She went to the Marines when I was young, so she became a Marine. So she was out the house as a young. So I really grew up here with me and 2 sisters.
Wow. What was your relationship like with your parents, and like your parents' relationship with each other? Like, how was that dynamic in the house?
Oh man, it was crazy. I mean, it wasn't crazy. It was regular. Like growing up, I had a great time in Harlem growing up. My parents, rest in peace, my pops. My pops was originally from Detroit, but he had moved to Harlem. He had a job teaching NYPD martial arts, and
Wow.
my story is kind of. I don't even know if I should tell all this because it's kind of crazy, bro. But through them, he met some underworld people. You know what I mean? Street figures. I ain't gonna get into all that, but
Right.
also met my mom through passing in Harlem and shit, certain jobs. They connected. Boom, had me. I would add it to my mom already had 4 kids, and I came the 5th one. And my father had 2 in Detroit already, and I was his 3rd. So, you know what I mean? That's how you put that. So I'm the baby of the whole bunch. I'm the last one. And growing up, it was dope. My father's a martial artist. He was a martial artist. I grew up under martial art law. I grew up in martial arts. So let me put that out there right now, because that was the first thing that I ever really put my focus to. You know what I mean? And, coming outside, I say by the age of 12, my dad moved back to Detroit. And it was a little friction going on. I was outside doing God knows what. In that time, between martial arts, going to school, and running the streets, hip-hop became a thing. I have my older brother here, my mother's son, Ivan, he beatboxes and shit. And he became part of a group called X-Town Posse, where there's another dude that I consider my brother. He also passed away. His name is Delic. He taught me how to rhyme. And Delic was the first person I ever known to have a record deal. And X-Town Posse was signed to Capitol Records back in the late 80s. And my brother was part of the group and shit. So they used to use the apartment to rehearse in the kitchen and shit. And I used to always be in there as a young kid watching them rap and brother beatboxing and shit. We had another boy named KG. He lived down the block at the time. He was the DJ. And they used to always come up with these songs, and they performed on Apollo Theater, and they had a manager named Ralph Cooper who worked at Apollo Theater. And then, you know, this whole time I'm looking at them, I'm trying to emulate it, I'm writing rhymes, I'm running to my boy Delic like, yo, listen to this. He telling me if I'm ready or not, like, nah, you're not ready. And then one day I kicked the rhyme to him, and his reaction was like, what? Who wrote that? And his reaction told me everything. I was like, that. You know what I mean? So I went around kicking everybody this rhyme, like, and everybody used to love it. So that was like my reactions, and I just kept writing and writing. I was in high school battling, and now I'm running the streets battling, and you know what I mean? Running the Ike, me and Ike rhyme, me and Ike started going crazy. We growing up, we started a little group, me, Ike, my man Pro Rock, we started a group. It used to be called NBC for Newborn Chaos, but then we changed it to CVs, Ceremonial Victorians and shit. Then we just started rapping everywhere. Went to the battle zone, battling in the street, battling everywhere. Underground hip hop started going crazy, stretching Bobito. We listened to the underground hip hop. We old shit. Now we hearing about Lyricist Lounge. I'm going down to Lyricist Lounge. I'm rapping. I'm meeting niggas like Breeze Everflow, my nigga Poison Pen. I'm starting to see niggas 88 hip hop. And meanwhile in Harlem, they had some shit called Mad Ciphers and Charlie Clips and Vado and Jay Mills, and it was just rapping everywhere. Then later on down the line, EO Dub, longest running open mic in New York. I won a chair. I won a MC challenge there. I won a Nels Barbershop battles that they had in Harlem back in the day. Fucking 105 was there, the radio station. It was just like a bunch of things. Battling became a thing, and then, you know, music. We was making music. Me, Ike, Pro. I got down with Stronghold, Poison Pen, Breeze Everflowing, Immortal Technique, Lifelong. Shout out my Stronghold brothers. They was terrorizing the underground circuit. Immortal Technique was doing battles, killing everybody. Poison Pen was hosting and doing battles, killing everybody. My nigga DJ Static was winning beat battles and DJ battles. I was jumping in battles. I was winning battles. And then it just became my nigga Breeze Everflowing was killing battles. It was just like we was having so much fun. It just became a thing. And at the same time making music. You know what I mean?
Right. I want to backtrack a little bit. Talk to us about what Harlem was like in the 70s and 80s as a kid while you were growing up. Like, what were you seeing?
Okay, now that's crazy. All right, 70s, I don't remember. I was born in the 70s. 80s is when I started coming outside, late 80s, heavy crack era. It was crazy. Harlem was crazy. Harlem used to look retarded, mad, abandoned lots and buildings everywhere. We used to have these arcades though. This is my thing, the arcades. We used to have little arcades everywhere, little pizza shop with the big arcade games in the back. People used to hang out, number holes. And it was a heavy crack era, it was a heavy stick-up kid era. People was out here getting it how they got it. You know what I mean? It was spooky out here. You know what I mean? It was, you know, you was either involved or you wasn't. You went to school. Some people try to do both. Some people were just in the street. Then you had the not so good side about it. It was crackheads everywhere. I remember seeing crack vials all over the street. Crime was up crazy. It was crazy. But on the flip side, there was a community like there were way more after school programs back in the day when I was growing up, like the PAL. There was a lot of martial art dojos. Shout out to the Bathhouse. Shout out to the YMCA on 135th Street. Shout out to the Valley program, Pelham Fritz program, Millbank, Minnesink. There was a lot of programs for the youth back then that really not around no more. And that's a lot,
Right.
that's sad for the youth, because that's why they out here bugging now, because it's really no program. There was music programs. Like I went to a junior high school that had a whole, it was called a performing arts school, Harbor Junior High School for Performing Arts. Like I don't hear those kind of schools for these kids no more. Like for them to explore something other than the regular curriculum, explore talents. You know what I mean? I don't really hear
Wasn't
to.
that such a beautiful thing though, that despite
I would love to. I would love to put my son in something like that. I would
right.
love it.
But what I'm saying though is that, you know, despite the difficult circumstances of the neighborhood and everything, you still had a school that helped you, like, you know, explore different things outside of the regular curriculum, right? That could really like nurture your talent.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like my favorite school I ever went to was a school called Harbor. It was a junior high school. I went from 7th to 9th grade there, and they had drama class. They had circus arts. They taught people how to flip and juggle and all that, and they would actually put on circus shows. It was crazy. They had chorus where they taught people how to sing and all that. They had instrumental. They had people playing instruments, taught people saxophones and trombone, and it was crazy. Like we really, and they used to put on plays. We used to put on these plays that people used to come pay to watch. Like we was in junior high school. When I think about it, we was children. Like my son is in junior high right now. And I look at how big he is. I'm looking at this kid. I'm like, damn, I was that size. And I actually played in the Wiz and Little Shops of Harvard at this junior high school. Like I actually was an actor in these plays. You know what I mean? So it's just like, damn, I can remember it like it was yesterday. Like I remember how excited we was because we tore that shit down. You know what I mean? I felt like, and I'm looking at my son like, damn, I was that small when I did that shit. Like, damn, that shit crazy. But yeah, that shit was a movement, a very moving experience. I would love to put my son in some shit like that. There's nothing like that really around. I gotta put him in something outside of school to, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it's not a
Right.
part of his school program. They don't have that. They got regular shit, math, science, reading, of course, ELA, of course, and then maybe they'll do basketball. But that's regular. You know what I mean? They don't got drama class. They will teach you how to do instruments or how to sing. Imagine a school that taught people how to sing or how to flip and do shit and tumble and do backflips and tucks and Olympic winning medal, you know what I mean? Olympic medal winning shit type. Like, man, listen, that shit kind of crazy. There ain't no shit like that. That's what I miss from my growing up days. We had that.
How do you feel that juxtaposition of like so much culture and creative arts and everything like that inside the school versus, and then, you know, you go outside and you see the neighborhood of the crime and the things that, you know, you were experiencing on that level, those two different worlds. How do you feel like that impacted you as a kid growing up, experiencing both of those things?
It gave me an appreciation for the arts. It gave me an appreciation for talent. I love talent. I love watching to this day. I love any kind of talent. If somebody's good at something, I love watching that person do it. Like if I see, like I'm a Knicks fan, but I love watching like Kyrie because the way he dribbled the ball, like niggas nice. You know what I mean? I like watching like dance shows. Like I used to watch what's that used to America? No, what's that shit used to call ABC? The dance shit that used to come on with the Jabberwockies. This shit that used to come on. Remember the Jabberwockies?
Oh, America's Best Dance
Best
Crew.
dance crew. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
I used to watch that shit faithfully, son. That shit used to be fire to me. I like talent. I like watching like people sing that can like sing very well. Like my favorite singer in the world is Whitney Houston. I feel, rest in peace. I feel like her vocals is unmatched. You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God. Amazing. Amazing talent.
Crazy. Whitney Houston vocals to this day is unmatched. I ain't heard nobody that can sing like that woman sang yet. For real. Rest in peace. Like I love talent, bro. I love rappers, bars. You know, I rap. So yeah, I love talent. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're just not a hater. Like you appreciate
Yeah,
people
I'm
at their
not.
best.
I like even
You know?
actors. You know what I mean? Angela Bassett, my favorite actress. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
man, amazing.
I love talent. Like you could tell when somebody can't act. Like you watch Tubi, Tubi is comedy to me. Like, oh, this shit is so I be here dying, but it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh though. But you
Right,
can't watch it
right.
for no good, like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But you gotta appreciate too, be that there's a outlet for people to be able to put
No, I
shit
love it.
out
I
though
love them
too
for that.
though.
I love them for that. Definitely
Yeah,
appreciative for that. I know a lot of people
yeah,
that's getting money from Tubi. Shout out to my man Starface from Detroit. He put a lot of movies on Tubi himself. Him and Tubi got a great relationship. I'm not shitting on Tubi. I'm just saying if you
yeah.
know what I'm talking about when I say that's why you laugh.
No, I know for sure.
Yeah, shit funny. Shit funny. Funny and fire.
Was Harlem really the way Paid in Full advertised it to be to us?
Yes, pretty much. That was the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. That was like, I would say paid in full, the time frame would be between 87 and 90.
Mm.
That year, between 87 and 91, in between them time frames. That paid in full era would be them years right there.
What do you think about 50 doing the new Paid in Full TV show?
I want in. I'm an
That's why
audition.
I was about to ask you. I was like, can we get Swave in an
I
acting
want
role?
in. I want in. 50, Cam. I heard they gonna do auditions at Apollo. I swear to God, I'm gonna go over there. I want in. I ain't
Yo,
gonna
you
lie.
got to. You
I'm
got
bringing
to,
my
man.
old school. Remember, I just told you I went to a school. I was in drama class. I'm bringing the actor back. I was a Little Shop of Horrors. I was in The Wiz. I did all these plays before. But I don't care how old I was. I did them. And it was great. You feel me? I also, shout out to my man Ella G, me and IP, there's a web series on YouTube called New York Minute. I'm on that.
Yeah, I interviewed Illa G. Shout out to Illa G, man. We
Yeah,
spoke about that
yeah.
amazing web
Yeah,
series, man.
yeah.
Shout out
I'm
to that
actually an
brother.
actor on that. So is IP. Shout out to IP. So
Right.
and I got a lot of praises from people who walked up to me in the street that was like, "Yo, that shit fire, yo, they better not kill you, fam." And I'm like, "No, I can't tell nobody what's going to happen. You gotta watch and see." But that shit fire. So I got acting experience, but let's get it crazy. I'm going. We gonna see something different. Watch. I'm claiming it too. I'm gonna get me a part.
For sure.